There I can. Thank you. Welcome back, Brave Hearts, and I do mean welcome back, Brave Hearts, to the 6-day advanced water fasting kickoff today. Now, I just want to say this, that somebody would calling me up and going, Dr. Wolf, you know what? I want to do the 6-day advanced water fast, but I missed the two-week prep. And I just want to say this before we get started right now, and I want to make this perfectly clear. You can do a 6-day advanced water fast, okay? And you can do it without a 2-week prep. But you know what? If I had a rusty hinge on the door, does that mean the door is going to open easy? No, but we can lubricate it, and after a while it's going to open up. But what if we put WD-40 on the hinge and we let it soak for 2 weeks? How easy would things open up? How easy would things release? And that's what it's all about. It's all about going in and lightening the load on an emotional and physical level. But what if we were to go in and prime up the body? And you know what? I was talking to my master trainers yesterday about it, and somebody said, well, why would you do 2 weeks? You know, the advanced water fast, you can do it without even doing the 2-week perfect day diet. Well, the 2-week perfect day diet is actually the diet that a person would want if they want perfect health. That's it. So let's see if they can pull it off for a few days, off and on, off and on. I mean, that's going to help to prime up the 6-day advanced water fasting. And understand something, I live my life 80% perfect day diet. The other 20 to 15%, I'm telling you, I go off. I can go off. But you know what? You can go off when it's only 15 to 20%, but you want to go off 80%? Let me tell you something. First of all, let me tell you about a stat before you start the 6-day advanced water fasting slideshow and show you how we're going to work this thing. Here's the deal. Did you know that 85% of your bacteria, okay, needs to be good bacteria and 15% bad, and that's called doing great. Now, are you ready for this? I'm talking not the majority of the population. I'm talking about maybe 1 out of 100 people have that. 1 out of 100 people have 85% good bacteria and 15% bad bacteria, and it's actually the opposite. And that's what they want. Why do you think they give you antibiotics for everything? A sniffle and everything else. You know, let's not be ridiculous here. The reality is that if you have 85% bad bacteria, then you're going to have what? Bad vibrations. You're going to have bad communication to your brain. So don't tell me that it doesn't upset your mood, it doesn't take away your energy. Bad bacteria is bad bacteria. And 15% good bacteria? No. But reality is, if you've got in your diet, you're 15% off, you're 85% on, then guess what? You'll have about the same thing in your bacteria. 85% good bacteria, 15% bad. And remember something, terrain dictates what lives there. Whether it's good bacteria, bad bacteria, whether it's yeast or whether it's fungus, or whether it's worms that are totally toxic or worms that are just cleaning up a mess. You know, there's good worms, bad worms. There's yeast and then there's fungus. And understand, even when you do have fungus and bad bacteria actually are trying to protect you too, but not in a good way. And if you continue like that, you'll get yourself into big trouble. So understand, nature doesn't make any mistakes. Nature does not make any mistakes. When you have things in you morphing into something else, it's to try to protect you. Just like most people, guess what? When they have pain, when they have inflammation, when they have swelling, when they have stiffness, they go to a doctor. The doctor says, let's kill it all. We're going to numb you right out. Well, understand, your greatest gift from that which created the universe was pain, inflammation, stiffness, and swelling. And that means you have a physical block in your body that was created by an emotional block. And that's why we want to do an advanced water fast, because we can actually detoxify the emotional and the physical, and maybe we could find our authentic self if we could dig through that pile of BS, dysfunctional belief systems, that actually created psychological imbalance, which created biological imbalance, which we would term dis-ease, because you're not at ease, which means you're not into alignment. Now there's a mouthful. What do you think of that? Okay, so here's the deal. Even if you've never ever done, okay, so I'm just going to set the guidelines so everybody just understands that we are going to build you a skateboard all the way to a Maserati. You want to do it on a skateboard? Do it on a skateboard. You want a Maserati? We'll build it on a Maserati. What am I saying? Well, if you did the perfect day and you did 2 weeks of it, just think of the priming you would have done and how you would have lightened the load on a physical and emotional level and primed yourself up for even going deeper, okay? But understand, you can do an advanced water fast and not have any bumps or grinds or any healing crisis. We're going to talk about that today too. I've nailed this thing, okay? And when you talk to people that still do water fast, not advanced water fast, you know what? They're ancient. You know what? I'm going to tell you, when I first brought out advanced water fast 20 years ago, I was booed and hissed at. And I'm going to tell you why. Oh, don't change it, Daryl. Don't change it. Meanwhile, the world's changing, for pity's sakes. There wasn't any 5G 75 years ago, 100 years ago. There wasn't any GMOs. There wasn't any blue light. They didn't have chlorine and fluoride in the showers and in the drinking water. And they didn't tell us that new and improved. You know, we thought new and improved was something great, and it wasn't. It's toxic. And we also didn't know that there was a government that didn't work for us, that worked for an internal government, that worked for an evil entity. We didn't know that either. So now we know all this, that planet Earth is a life-threatening, fun-filled adventure if you know what to do. It's just like, you know, how people, you know, they would do, at the Gerson Clinic, they would do what's called a coffee enema. But we do what we call an ultimate coffee enema. I'm going to talk about it today, which is only light years ahead of a coffee enema. And as far as advanced water fasting goes, I'll say it's 10,000 times stronger. And don't ask me, but why don't you talk to the people that have done water fasts? And how would you like to go through a water fast and not have a healing crisis, but having a healing breakthrough? Okay, forget the crisis. And the only reason why you have a crisis is because you didn't prime it up properly. You didn't use energy medicine that didn't turn on your digestive tract, but it turned your energy on, because you can't cleanse and you can't heal without energy. And understand something, then what do you say when you've got cancer? I've got no energy. I'm in pain all the time. Well, that's why we'd use high energy nutraceuticals. And I have the best nutraceuticals in the world. And like I always say, come and challenge me. If you make a nutraceutical that's similar to mine, come and challenge me. Let's compare our products. If you are into a different business, you're in the health business or not, why don't you come and challenge me and try to put some holes in what I'm saying, or find holes in what I'm saying. The reality is that until you start challenging yourself and challenging everything out there, like things like the medical system, they call themselves healthcare, and they have nothing to do with health. A doctor knows nothing about health, but you go to them for your health. Now think how logical you are. You're not that logical, are you? Well, that's because we're so easily programmed, and we're not going to get into that today, but we'll definitely get into it if you decide to join me for other shows. I will try to get through all the messages here and questions today. So just understand something. If you want to come on Zoom, you can ask me questions. We'll put the Zoom link up, but just know that we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Rumble. And if you put your questions in, they're going to come up, and I will try to get to them. I have to do a training for a group of women. It's a live training, and they're all learning about their pelvic core, the most important part of a woman, and how to heal it. And today I have to do a 2-hour lecture there at the Cala del Mar here in Ixtapa, Mexico. Okay, so I'll be getting my butt out of here around 1:15, which is about 2 hours from now. Isn't it 2 hours or 1 hour? 1 hour. What? 1 hour from now. So yeah, so I'm going to see what I can do here. So let's go back to the first slide. Can you show it?
Yep.
So listen, everyone, welcome. Welcome to the 6-day advanced water fasting. And guess what? Guess what it's all about? It's about self-love. It's about self-care. And I don't care what you think. I'm going to love you anyway. And guess what? That's got to be my motto. And you know what? I'll tell you something. I was talking to someone that I have a lot of respect for, and I was saying, you know what? We are really working hard. We've got about a team of 50 people. We're trying to create this World Healing and Training Center, trying to give people as much as we can, support people as much as we can with our Perfect Day consults, giving them lifetime support, letting them call as much as we can. All we're doing is minding our business. And the reality is, the attacks are crazy. The attacks on the outside world at us are crazy right now. And you know what? You know what my friend said? My mentor said to me? Welcome to growth. Welcome to growing up. So I'm going to grow up. I'm going to suck it up and mind my own business. And the business is you. The business is trying to teach you that if it's not love, it's self-love. It's not self-care. It's not caring for everybody else in the world. The world will take care of itself. And you can care for people as much as you want it, but if they don't care for themselves, then it's going to be wasted. What if you were to self-love and self-care and shine that light and show people that suffering is not the way, and that you don't have to have pain and swelling and inflammation and stiffness, and that is just a bunch of BS, a dysfunctional belief system. End of story. Okay? Let me tell you, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on this planet, whether it's going to be one day or it's going to be another 30 years. But the reality is I'm going to roar, I'm going to hold the line, I'm going to be outstanding, which means I'm going to stand out and I'm going to stand up for you. And I mean that. I'm going to stand up for you. And understand something. You may not know me, but you go into my library and take a look at how much money and how much work we put in that. And that's free for you. If you want to take my master classes, I'll give them to you free. I'll talk about that today. Okay, I'll give away whatever I can, but listen, it's not worthless what I'm giving you. It's worth everything. And until you're worth everything, you're never going to have anything. You're not going to have any potential. You're not going to find your passion. You're not going to have your purpose. And you're not going to have unlimited energy. So I need you to grasp that idea. And that the herd is going to the butcher and being sold off by the pound. So, welcome to the 6-day advanced water fast schedule, everyone. So on Friday, okay, I'll be back here at 12 o'clock, and I promise I will answer every question. I will not walk away. So you get your questions ready on fasting, and if I get through those, I'll talk about anything else that's got to do with health, whether it's emotional or whether it's biological. I'm here for you, okay? And I mean I'm here for you. Monday, May the 30th at 12 p.m. Central Time, I'll be doing it again, okay? And then Wednesday will be the celebration of the fast, because it's a 6-day advanced water fast. That's what it's called, okay? And remember something, you were born free. You were born free because you are a spirit being, a light energy, electrical magnetic being, and if you don't know that, you don't know science. And when you came in, then your energy, between your energy and your mother's energy, you created physical matter, which was called your body. And you will never, ever, ever, ever live free until you learn how to master your mind to master your body. And one of the fastest ways to understand the mind and the body is to do an advanced water fast. You think I'm kidding? You will have thoughts that will provoke you, that will stoke you. You will dump things that you never thought could live in you. There will be things coming out, they could crawl out of you, for God's sakes. Okay, you'll have things coming out of you that have been stored inside of you for 20, 30, 40 years. And understand something, it is not a bad ride. If you take our advanced nutraceuticals, you are not going to have a rough ride. But hey, if you're up to doing just a water fast, listen to the other things that are all free, skin brushing or clapping, they're pretty well free, the squats and everything I'm going to go through today, then you do it. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to sell you one thing. I'm trying to sell you on you. And if you can do it without anything, then you do it without anything. But I will tell you, when I do an advanced water fast, I'm going to show you how I do it. Okay, so hang on to your seatbelts. All right, so first of all, this is called Braveheart Advanced Water Fast. It's about self-love and self-care. We talked about that. But take a look at the Advanced Water Fasting Guide, and you can go and watch the video that I did 2 weeks ago and prepare for the next Advanced Water Fast. And whether you want to believe this or not, the next Advanced Water Fast, okay, does anybody know what this is called? This is called spring. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to run another advanced water fast. I'll have that date for you on Friday. But we're running it in less than 1 month from now. And you're going, well, why is he doing that? Well, because it's spring cleaning. Does anybody know what's going to happen? Does anybody know what happens? Guess what? You know the V, the virus, the deadly. Okay, let me tell you something. Every spring and every fall, that's when the climate changes. That's when nature changes. That's when the nature of your cells change. That's when your cells cleanse. The more self-abusive you are to yourself, the more you will have the V, and the more awful it will be, because you are putting poisons in you, whether it's a psychological, biological thing, okay, through what you drink, what you think, what you eat, and then you got to dump it out. If you didn't, you'd have cancer, you'd be dead. So understand something, every spring and every fall, and also when else does it happen? When do people get the flu a lot? Well, it's not really the flu, it's a made-up flu, and that's around when? January and February. And why is that? Well, because Thanksgiving and Christmas, you went off the edge, emotionally and physically, and you drank your face off, ate your face off, okay? And Uncle Harry, who probably sexually or physically abused you, comes for supper, because people don't understand that Uncle Harry shouldn't be coming and disturbing you. You think I'm kidding? It's when, oh, isn't it something? We all come together to try to get along. Well, the thing is I'm not going to try to hang out with anybody unless they have a vibration that I want to be with. So there's another thing. You need to protect your vibration more than anything else. And there is no Uncle Harry. I made that up. I'm just trying to trigger your stuff in your head. Understand something. If you're not willing to protect your vibration, then you might as well call it over. Because didn't you notice something? Blue light is the most toxic thing that you're using against us. You think it's going to be 5G, but it's not. It's blue light. It's your TV. It's your telephone. Okay? It's the LED lighting. It's the movie that you go to. Okay? All right? And it's your computer. And understand, that's why I wear Teslas. And I can't wear them when I'm doing the show, but I wear them when I'm watching TV, I'm on my computer, when I'm on my phone, because Teslas are the only glasses that actually not just neutralize the blue light, but what does it do? It transforms it into what? C60. C60 frequency, which guess what? Heals my brain and heals my eyes. No headache, no stress, no burning. If you don't believe me, go to my website and check them out. And I've got to tell you this, because guess what? 10,000 teenagers are being actually diagnosed every day with cataracts. And you only have a cataract because you're burning your brain out. Think about that one. And I'll be playing the 5G blue light toxicity this weekend. And I'll be playing it at noon Central Time. So why don't you go in there and then challenge me and tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong about this. I'll be talking about blue light and 5G, and then come onto my show and we'll talk about it, okay? I'll be here on Monday, God knows, right? Okay, so here we go. Let me just talk about this. Okay, so take a look. These are the trainings that are going to be going on. I'm not going to say them. You can see them. These are the trainings that are going to be happening in Ixtapa, Mexico. All right, so you know that I'm doing a training and I'm starting a training. Can you do me a favor and move the questions over so I can see?
Sorry?
The questions are in the way of the picture. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you make sure that you move them over to the other side? Other side? Or get rid of them. I can't do the questions till later, so. All right, so here we go, everyone. So you can take a look here. Whole Life Coach starts this Sunday, and May 29th to the 6th. You'd have to really get your butt going if you wanted to be here, Ixtapa, Mexico, and then on June the 9th until the 20th, we have the Wolf Non-Surgical, and that's a 12-day course. And understand something, I'll give you a money-back guarantee that we have the best courses in the world when it comes to emotional, nutritional, or body work. Nothing touches our body work. Who gives you a money-back guarantee when you go for a treatment, training, or courses? We do. Okay, so the last course we're going to be doing here until the fall, till September, we'll be starting June the 25th to July the 3rd is the Whole Life Coach. Anybody can come. In this session, we're going to have a girl that's coming. She's 16. And we're going to have somebody coming this session. And guess what? Are you ready for this? They're 86. Okay? So understand something, everybody. We have people coming that are doctors, people that are coming that are accountants, people that are coming that always wanted to be a whole life coach in nutrition and emotion, or they just wanted to save their butt and their family. All right? So that's what this is all about. Go check out our stuff at braveheartnation.com. And know this, everyone. every Thursday at 7 o'clock, I come on with one of my master trainers, and we'll answer all your questions about trainings, courses, treatments, okay, and online trainings as well. Or coming here with your family and doing a personal treatment and training, or we'll come to you and we'll certify your clinic anywhere around the world in our courses, or we'll come to your family's home with one of my master trainers, and they'll come in and they'll do the nutritional, they'll do the emotional, and they'll teach you the most powerful body work inside and out, and how to detoxify and how to get rid of fibroids, tumors, scar tissue, pimples, cysts, you name it, adhesions. You don't have to have them, and you don't need a specialist. You're so special, okay? All right, so we're also going to be, the next course will be in Texas, everyone, okay? And from July 12th to July 20th, I'm going to be in McKinney, Texas, just outside of Dallas. And it's in such a beautiful place. Go take a look at it. You'll see it at braveheartnation.com. And then we'll be doing the Wolf Non-Surgical from 22 to August 2nd. And then we're doing the Pain-Free Pelvis, okay, from August 3rd to the 5th, which I'm lecturing at today. This is the 3-day course. How would you like to be the master, you women, to master your pelvis? I'm talking about the whole vaginal area. How would you like to have the best ovaries, uterus, fallopian tubes, bladder in town? How would you like to have abdominal elasticity and strength down there? How would you like to never be dry or drip, drip, drip? How would you like to own that area? Yeah, you should. And nobody else does it like us. Okay, next slide. All right, then we're going to be in Toronto. We're just going to do the same thing. If you're interested, we're coming to Toronto. And right now it could look like we're going to be in Richmond, right off the 401. We might be getting a place. I won't say it for sure, but it's going to be a 10-bedroom so that we can have people coming from away. And there's a big, beautiful kitchen, and we're going to teach it right there. I think we're going to be doing it there, but I'll let you know by the end of this week or by Monday at the next Q&A, all right? Hey, let's get this party started. Okay, so then September, here's the schedule. I'm not going to run through it, but we have a course in September, October, and November. We didn't show November and because that's enough, right? But we're all the way up to there. And every one of these courses are going to have a pain-free pelvic course, 3-day one. And it's going to be on Zoom, and it's going to be live wherever we do courses from now on. Because, hey, listen, I'll tell you, women, you get your pelvis back in order, and the whole body comes back together. You heard what I said. You know when those ovaries are just going, woo, okay? They're in trouble before your breasts are in trouble. So you just remember what I just said. Everything comes from the bottom up, girls. So get the cork out, let's detoxify, and then let's take our life back. Men too, but you know, we ought to do it a little bit differently. And everybody, you can join me, like I said, okay, live on Zoom every Thursday at 7 p.m. for courses, treatments, and trainings. And these are personal treatment and trainings with couples and families, or somebody comes with their caretaker or their therapist, or we have people coming in, they're already, you know, they're body specialists, and we do one-on-one trainings, or they come to our courses. That's it. So if you email us at nwp@docofdetox.com, you can come on to Zoom Live and you can challenge us or just question us, whatever questions you have. And if you don't want to do that, you can come on Facebook, Rumble, or YouTube and put your questions in, and we're going to answer them. Next. All right, so here we are. Self-love, self-care. Do you notice how I repeat things? And you know, you're going to yourself, geez, did he not think I got the message the first time? That's the third time he's saying it. Well, guess what? Once I say it 10,000 times, you'll become it. And once you become it, you're going to love it, because you are going to be untouchable. You're going to reverse the irreversible. You are going to take impossible to I am possible, and that is it. So we're doing a water fast, so guess what? You can do whatever water you want. You can do filtered water, Berkey water, you can do Kangen water, but understand there is no water like structured water, because that's what the universe makes, is structured water. When the rain comes down, it's full of chemicals and acid. Why isn't it killing the birds, bees, flowers, trees, and all the bugs and organisms? Because it's structured. You don't have to get the chemical out, the heavy metal out, but if you structure it, you're protected. And it's called fourth phase water, and that's real science. So we have a shower head, we have an under-counter unit, we have a whole house unit, we have a pool unit, we have a portable that you take with you anywhere. You can pour everything through there, from your coffee to whatever you do, and all your nutritionals, just to supercharge them, okay? Now, but when you're on the water fast, just know this. On the water fast, you can do orange burst, you can do super cinnamon or lemon lift. Now, Orange Burst and lemon, you know what they do. But super cinnamon, let me tell you something. If you have adult onset diabetes or diabetes 2, which is not really diabetes, it's just you have too much sugar, too much dairy, too much flour, and you burnt out your pancreas, just like you can destroy your thyroid, you can burn out your pancreas by your diet, okay? You can do super cinnamon. And even if you had juvenile diabetes, which they say you're born with it, which isn't true, because most of the time when you get juvenile diabetes, it's dairy or a piece of cheese or milk that sets this off. And so you better get that. And they've known this for over 100 years, that cow's milk can actually set off in a young baby or child diabetes, believe it or not. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Do your homework. Now, so super cinnamon, okay, until I clap, okay? All right? No, back to that, please. Super cinnamon, understand something. Where's my sugar cravings? Well, they're gone. Ah, where's my blood sugar? Feels balanced. Wow, isn't that cool? Oh, wow. Whoa, wait a minute. I think my insulin's even dropping already from the super cinnamon, and whoo, cool is that? Okay, and you're not going to believe this, but you know, I didn't say it was a cure. I'm never going to say that, because there is no cure. There's just learning how to do a perfect day from the moment you rise until you close your eyes and love yourself well. That's all there is. There's no cure. And anybody ever says that, they're a fool. Okay, they're a fool. You heard what I said. So anyways, they can own the word cure if they want. Anyways, so now all you got to do is 1 or 2 drops in a quart of water, give it a little shake, drink it, and then you tell me how you feel. And just remember something. You ready for this? Essential oils, they vibrate higher than almost anything on the planet. We'll be talking about things today, but just know I know what I'm talking about. And how would you like to spend a few pennies a day and then get your blood sugar going properly and bring down your craves and be able to get through this water fast and unleash stem cell therapy and autophagy? Well, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? And stem cell therapy is what people pay a lot of money for. But we, in a 6-day advanced water fast, we don't have to spend that $25,000, $50,000 because we can make it. Okay, and as far as autophagy, we can go in there by the 3rd day. Okay, by the 3rd day, your body's eating up scar tissue, tumors, fibroids, cysts, or anything else, trapped protein particles. Okay, it's cleaning up the mess. All right, next. Okay, so let me just say this. When you go on, all right, a 6-day advanced water fast, we're going to have you prepared. First of all, okay, understand, before you get into it, most people have inflammation, pain, swelling, stiffness, so understand that. But let's go back to the other picture here, the toilet, okay? The throne, as we call it, okay? Now, I'm going to say something to you right now, and I'm going to go through this fairly quick, okay? But here's the deal. You make me sick to my stomach. I can't stomach you. I can't digest that. I can't swallow that. She makes me sick to my stomach. My kids make me sick to my stomach. The world makes me sick to my stomach. I'm sick to my stomach. My stomach is in knots. Okay, understand something. Did you know one thing? Everybody cleanses everything, but they don't cleanse the stomach, do they? Well, I put something together 25 years ago, and this is the first time that I'm actually talking about it in a fast. Okay, and you know what? It's about time to get it out, isn't it? What do you think? Should I just throw it up or what? Okay, spit it out or what? Okay, so here it is. When you're going through an advanced water fast, or if you're just going through life, and you feel so bloody nauseous, and you know that you've been swallowing emotional crap that you can't digest, I'm going to tell you how to totally turn that around and recondition your stomach. Did you hear what I just said? And I mean it. Now, everybody has been turned off of vomiting. But what about therapeutic vomiting? You never heard of that, have you? Because I made it up. So here's the deal. So I'm feeling really nauseous. I've been feeling nauseous for hours. Or I feel like I got the stomach flu. What the heck is a stomach flu? There's no such thing as a stomach flu. There's stomach toxicity. And whether it's physical or emotional, it's toxicity. So what are you going to do? Well, first of all, if there's no food in your stomach, you're not going to do it right after you eat. So you know that the food is not in your stomach. You just feel bloody well nauseous, okay? What are you going to do? And whether you believe this or not, people will actually be in my course and they'll go, I got to go. And I go, why do you got to go? because you triggered so much stuff that I never dealt with, and now I can feel it boiling up and I need to go home. And I can tell you, the last course, I had a lady in there, beautiful lady, and she went home twice. And she went home, she did the therapeutic vomiting, came back and she went, yeah, I'm back, baby. Okay, so here it is. So what you got to do is, you see that toilet? Get yourself comfortable, put a pillow by the toilet, make sure you're comfortable, or get one of those little potty stools or one of those little white stools you can sit on. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get 3 glasses with 16 ounces of water in, preferably structured, because structured water actually hydrates into your cells 1,000% better than any other water, go figure. And when you buy a structure, it never wears out, never breaks down. We give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if I'm wrong, just send it back. How's that? Okay? But now, nope, keep there, please. I didn't touch anything. All right? Don't. So now, what we're going to do is, we've got the toilet lid's up. We're going to grab one of those 16 ounces of water. It's going to be in between warm and hot water that you can drink it, and it's just soothing. So now you're going to drink a 16-ounce glass of water. Everybody's got different sizes to their stomach. So now I'm going to drink a 16 ounce. I'm going to go underneath my stomach and I'm going to wiggle it. Okay? Just a little. And then I might take a little bit more water, because you want your stomach to be about 60% full of water. So if your stomach's about that big, right? Okay? So we want it about, so you know, you're going to be looking at it 16 ounces, maybe 20 ounces of water. And if you're a smaller person, it would be smaller, wouldn't it? Trust me, you can't hurt yourself with this. So now I'm going to drink that warm to hot water. Okay? And then after I do that, if I have a hand vibrator, I'm going to put it underneath it. And I'm going to vibrate right where my stomach is, which is on your left side underneath your last rib. And I'm just going to vibrate gentle. And guess what? You can go for about 15 minutes. You know, go for at least 15 minutes of vibration if you can keep it down there. So just remember what I told you. You're not going to have any food in you. The food is past the stomach. So if it was fruit, it'll pass in 20 minutes. If it was salads, it'll pass in 30. If it was a meat and potato meal, you could be looking at an hour to an hour and a half. So the reality is, we want the stomach empty. So now I've drank 16 ounces, or I drank what I think my stomach is 60% full. Now I'm going to vibrate it, or if I don't have a vibrator, I'm just going to go under here and I'm going to shake it. Okay, I'm going to shake that stomach. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay? And then guess what? You're going to start to feel a watering in your mouth. If you don't feel a watering in your mouth and you feel kind of nauseous and yucky and you're just ready, okay, then you take 3 fingers, you put them in the back of your throat, and they never come out. And then guess what? You're not going to have any acid burn, and you're just going to feel like this. You're going to feel bliss. Listen, you make sure your hair is pinned back. We don't want any stuff in your hair, okay? Make sure that you're over top of the toilet, okay? But understand something, you're going to feel this emotional, physical, toxic waste come out of your stomach, okay? Now you might have to do it once, twice, or even 3 times. We've got 3 16-ounce glasses there, okay? Now after you do it, I always tell everyone, the best thing that you can do after that is just go lay down for 20 minutes. And then you can get up and you can make yourself a what? A blender drink, banana blender drink with maybe some strawberries in it or blueberries, but the banana is really good. It soothes the stomach. And then you can just take it in really slowly. Now, if you find, but remember, that's only in regular times. If you're doing a fast, you're just going to go lay down, you're going to chill out, and then you're going to, I promise you, you're going to wake up feeling 10 times better. You are. And if you still feel nauseous, that means you need to go and do another washing. And understand something, if we weren't doing advanced water fast and you said, I feel like I'm getting the stomach flu, why wouldn't you do a therapeutic vomiting with warm water? What do you think you're going to do? You are going to make yourself shine. You know what? You want to get rid of a migraine? You want to get rid of that tension all over your body and you feel like you're just going to blow? What do you think will do it? Hey, listen, you swallowed too much BS, dysfunctional belief systems. So you don't have to do it. But just understand something. There's lots of stories on YouTube about it. Put in therapeutic vomiting and go listen to some of the stories, okay? Now, when you're on this protocol, you could have diarrhea. If the diarrhea goes on for a day to a day and a half, don't worry about it. If it continues, then you're going to call us and we're going to tell you what to do, okay? And the only reason why you have diarrhea is because you were constipated. The only reason why you had diarrhea is because you were constipated. And every symptom that you have in your body that you call a symptom, a negative symptom, is a positive one when you're doing a protocol like this. Because your body is bringing everything to the surface to bring it out to heal you. All right, so inflammation, pain, swelling, stiffness. It could get worse, but it shouldn't. It should get less, but if it does get worse, okay, I'll tell you what I want you to do. Okay, so what you're gonna do for pain, muscle pain, joint pain, is this. Okay, first of all, if you've got severe pain and it's driving you crazy, you use peppermint. Okay, you use our peppermint essential oil. All right, now, you see the DMSO cream and the DMSO gel? Well, the DMSO gel is a lot stronger. That's where you can put that on joints or fibroids or tumors or on the cesarean scar. Okay, because that's going to help to bring the circulation back and turn that scar tissue back into nice connective tissue. The DMSO cream is more for muscles or for the breasts, or, you know, even it could be on the face, but never get it in your eyes because it'll burn. Okay, and DMSO is made from trees, and it is the greatest solvent for going in and creating circulation in your tissues, in your ligaments, in your tendons, in your muscles, in your joints, or in any issues in your tissues. Okay, so we can just use the DMSO gel first, see how it feels on that joint. Only use a little. A little is better than a lot. A little is better than a lot. So I'm going to put it on that painful joint. And then guess what? See how it feels. And then the next time I do it, maybe I'll put some DMSO and Muscle Restore, which restores muscles, and it's not as deep, okay, as the Pain Away. But if I needed to get deeper and really want to rock it, then I would use a little bit of DMSO gel if it was joints, if it was muscles, the DMSO cream, and I would use a little bit of Muscle Restore if I didn't want to go so deep. If I want to go deeper, I'll use Pain Away. So until the pain really comes down, then you start using the Muscle Restore that restores the tissues. But understand this, everybody here, you get yourself a bottle of our peppermint, and then you put the peppermint on your feet when you wake up in the morning, and guess what? It makes you awake, it makes you want to get going, you're loving yourself, you're loving the world, okay? You feel refreshed, and at nighttime, if you put peppermint on your feet, there's no sore feet, and guess what it does? It helps you fall asleep. It helps you fall asleep. I'll let you know when I want to change them. We can't keep flipping back and forth. That's it. Okay. I'll just say now. Okay, no more. Thank you. All right, so peppermint, and peppermint can also go on a part of your body, like let's say if I had a headache. What's I'm going to do if I had a headache during the cleanse or not? I'm going to take 2 drops. 2 drops. Whoa, that's expensive. Okay, and understand something. A whole bottle of our peppermint, do you know how much that is? 4 ounces, $95, please. Try to find that somewhere. Okay, let's see if you can do that. Okay, and we are going to be starting, I don't know if it started today, but we're putting on some of our essential oils, buy one, get one free. So you might want to check that out. So now we're going to take 2 drops. We're going to go like this. Okay, what are we going to do? Ready for this? We're going to take that peppermint and put it on the back of our head where it's called our occiput, and a little bit on our neck. And then we're going to take what's left over, and we're going to come close to our nose, but not touch it. And inhale it and do the Lionheart breath, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. We're going to do that for about 3 to 5 times, and your headache should come down. And then rub the peppermint on the bottom of your feet as well. Okay, thank you. All right, so now we'll talk about Black Diamond. I'm talking about the products that we use in a 6-day advanced water fast. And then you're going to say, well, this isn't a water fast, Dr. Wolf. Well, the reality is yes, it is. And also, if I don't turn on the Krebs cycle, and if I don't turn on your digestive tract, and I can create more energy in you, well, wasn't that what it was all about? And if you want to detoxify and you want to heal, what do you need? You need energy, right? So really, I think we nailed it here. So now Black Diamond, we have the purest humic fulvic in the world. And if you want to go to my website, I can prove it. And we have it, it's more pure than any other company out there. So if you have a humic fulvic and you want to challenge me, come on my show. We should have fun and do that, okay? All right, so Black Diamond Crystals is a nano product. It's humic and fulvic. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, goes into your brain, goes into your cells, goes into your bloodstream. That's what we want. It'll drop off 70 micronutrients, essential micronutrients into the body. And what it'll do, then it'll load itself up. Are you ready for this? It'll load itself up 400 to 600% of its weight in heavy metals, acidity, okay, and just toxins, many different toxins, all right? Now, There's also humic in it, and the humic, okay, that's in it, so there's fulvic and then there's humic. The humic in it will go in and helps to balance hormones. Well, it helps the body balance the hormones. Remember, no products do anything. They just restore the mechanism that God gave you. That's it. So the humic goes in and helps the body balance the hormones, okay? And guess what it does? It is one of the best things, and they did a major study with humic and viruses. I'll let you take it from there. You just use your imagination. Okay? So now you can use that, and you can put a half or a stick or a scoop. As you can see, it comes in a bag with little sticks that you open up, or it comes in a jar, a 2-ounce jar. And you can just sprinkle in and find out how much you want. You can't OD on any of my products, so there you go. There's no overdose, no harmful side effects, nothing like that. You can also mix this product, believe it or not, in with your DMSO a little bit if you wanted to absorb toxins out of eczema or psoriasis. Like if you had eczema or psoriasis and you were fasting to get rid of that, because just under eczema is just the little brother of psoriasis, which is the big brother. They're the same thing, okay? So they're not two different diseases because there is only one disease, and that is corruption of the mind. That's really it. That's about it. And our mind's been pretty corrupted. Okay, now what you can do is put the black diamond into the thing that you drink on your water fast. Okay, so that's about it. You can sprinkle it in. I would tell somebody if they had a chronic condition to start off with 1/3 of a package 3 times a day, and you could work your way up to one little packet 3 times a day, okay? Or there's a little scoop in there, and you could do like 1/3 of a scoop to start off with. I want you to start off easy with things, and then you could go up to 1 scoop 3 times a day if you desired. Okay, that's all I want to say about that. You can read up on it, study on it. If you don't want to study or do research, then you'll never be trained how to look after that beautiful body. Okay, all right? All right, so fulvic acid also comes in a liquid. Okay, so the best product that I have is the black diamond, but you could just get fulvic if you wanted, and you could put a teaspoon of fulvic in every quart of water that you drink. If you just want to try 1 quart, see how you feel, you got to go by how you feel, okay? Nobody's going to be able to tell you exactly what to do. But this is why we tell everyone to get a perfect day consult, because if you're going on a water fast and you got a perfect day consult, which is $150, but you also get my manual. Hold on here. When you get a consultation, okay, all right, and a perfect day consult, which means you get support for lifetime. Did you hear what I just said? You can call as much as you want for the rest of your life. You'll also get this in a PDF form. This is called the Perfect Day Lifestyle Guide. You can also purchase this within 3 weeks. We're going to have a hard copy. And I'll tell you, it'll be the best, most powerful healing book you've ever read in your life. And I'll give you money back on that one, okay? Because, you know, put your money where your mouth is, Daryl. Now, the fulvic acid, like I already told you about fulvic acid, is it drops off 60 to 70 micronutrients, and then it sucks up heavy metals, sucks up acidity, and that is the big key, right? Getting rid of the acidity, okay? And then what is it? So it dumps off the nutrients and it empties itself, then it loads itself up for about 400 to 600% of its weight, and then it locks down those toxins, the same thing with the black diamond, and brings it out with any side effects to you. How's that? And there is no product in the world like it. And just remember that humic fulvic that we get comes out of Alberta, where most of the dinosaurs lived on the planet, if you don't know that. And guess what? The humic and fulvic is actually made from plant life that's millions of years old, and we're picking up on the nutrients and the vibration of that product. And we also have the only non-toxic filtration for humic fulvic that I know of on the planet. And we have the only fulvic that's a nano that you can actually put in your eyes, like our bright eyes, okay? All right, so I'm not gonna go through these in a big way, but you can use any of these, whether it's Merigen, if you've got a chronic illness all the way to, you know, cancer. If you've got Alzagen for Alzheimer's, Dentagen for jaw problems and teeth. I've got pictures that show the teeth growing back, the jaw completely restoring. After somebody's had their tooth pulled out, they don't need any grafting. Alzagen, I can tell you stories about people who have dementia, memory problems. Merigen, I can tell you stories from A to Z, every autoimmune disease, and we can show you testimonials. We have thousands of them, okay? Cardigen, again, it's for joint problems. Megagen is for people that are completely healthy and want to take the only true calcium product in the world. It's the only true calcium product in the world. And there's a lot of them. And when somebody says, I've got ionic calcium, it passes the stomach, but it doesn't do what this does. This is calcium ions. Calcium ions will actually carry on 120,000 hormonal chemical processes every second of your life when you take this. Okay, and understand something. All the calcium that you've lost, unless you've passed a gallstone or a kidney stone, is still in your body. That's why you're stiff. That's why you've got a calcified tumor, because it was trying to buffer down the inflammation. So there was no more mutation. That's why you've got calcium stones in your breast, deposits. That's why you got gallstones. That's why you got kidney stones. And whether you believe it or not, that's a pre-cancer state. When you've got all that calcium dumping out, well, why do you think it's dumping out? Because you're an acid queen or king. And then Ozo Junior is for anybody that's younger than 12. You can research the product. Okay? You got to call in to order this product. The FDA will not let you buy it online. It's totally non-toxic, the only real true calcium product in the world, and the only one that I've seen that can reverse A to Z, because, like I said, calcium ions are the main communicator for the human body. And when you have a disease, that means that tissue that's involved, there's a mitochondria in every cell. That mitochondria is only spinning 300 to 500 times, and it should be spinning 2,500 times, but it's been calcified because the calcium had to go in there to buffer down the cell so it didn't mutate into cancer. Do your homework. Understand something. Dr. Otto Warburg, can you put it back, please? Dr. Otto Warburg, I'll let you know. Dr. Otto Warburg received the Nobel Prize twice for discovering the cause of cancer, which is low oxygen, but which really is a problem because of acidity. And the real problem, if you're acidic, is you're pulling calcium out of your body and you're calcifying your mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of your cells, which make ATP. And this is why sick people don't get well, because they don't have enough energy to get well. They stay sick. So if you don't give them high energy nutraceuticals, which I'm going to go show you the best in the world. If you take my products, you could be laid out in bed and think that you're going away. You're not leaving. If we can bring the vibration up, if we can bring your energy up, you're going to want to live. If there's no energy at the cellular level, there's no energy anywhere. Okay, so the mitochondria make ATP, and a man of 75 kilograms, which is approximately 175 pounds, okay, needs to make what? 200 kilograms of ATP a day. And when you get sick, you're not making the ATP because your mitochondria are calcified and damaged. And if you don't believe me, why don't you do some homework? Nobody told you that, right? Let's go. Next. All right, so IGF 25,000 and IGF-1 300,000. Just know this, we have the only liposomal product in the world that you put it under your tongue and it totally absorbs into the body. Okay, this product does not turn on the digestive tract. This product takes no work. And understand, why would you want to do this? Well, guess why? Would you like the cutting edge of life and healing? Well, you'll have it. How would you like to actually start taking this product, especially the 300,000, taking it 3 times a day, and within a few days to maybe 3 weeks, you call me up and go, I can't believe it. I haven't even been working out. Where's this lean muscle coming from? Understand something, that human growth hormone used to be in you like abundantly until you were about the age of 30. And what happened is the human growth hormone goes into your liver. The liver makes IGF-1. What if I were to tell you that the IGF-1 that we have, it's exactly the same as what your liver used to make, and guess what? If you take IGF-1 every day, then you have the actual metabolism of somebody in their 20s. You heard what I just said. And if you don't take the IGF-1, you take it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you'll see lean muscle coming. And then you'll feel hormonal balance. You'll feel energy. You'll sleep better. You won't stress as much. Okay? Everything will work better in the body. Okay? And there is no side effects from this. It's a total food. Oh, and the other thing too, I just love this part. Yeah, if you give IGF-1 to somebody and they have cancer, then Dr. Wolf, it will cause the cancer to get worse. And I'm telling you, you're absolutely right. If it was synthetic, it's not synthetic. So the reality is, when you take IGF-1, our product, guess what it does? It regulates cells. So what does it do? If somebody has cancer, it inhibits the cancer from growing. And guess what? If it's a normal cell, it excites the cell to grow healthier and stronger. And that's the truth. And come and challenge me, come and do it. So anyways, that's the 25 and the 300,000. And take it when you're going through your fast. You're allowed to have energy. You're allowed to have no pain, no swelling. You're allowed to feel great, but just respect yourself and make sure when you're going through the fast, you're resting. Next. Okay. Iodine. First of all, let me just say this. If you have a thyroid problem and you're going on a fast, make sure you do our infinite iodide. Because infinite iodide goes directly to the thyroid. And here's the deal. I mean, all these products can be taken during a fast, so you know that you can take them forever, right? So we know that part. But here's the deal. How many people know that Lugol's iodine and Nasine iodine are toxic? How many people know that if you take too much, you can blow your thyroid? How many people know that you could drink a whole 16-ounce bottle of mine, which you wouldn't do, and it would not affect you? It's pure and it will not affect the body like that. And it also is smaller than nano. It's theta. So it can go anywhere in the body. So when you do the infinite iodide, it goes directly to the thyroid to heal the thyroid. Okay, when you do the infinite iodine and you take it and you spray it into your mouth, okay, it will disinfect any V, okay, within 15 seconds. That's not me, that's research. And then what happens is, after it's done doing what it wants to do, it turns into iodide and goes to your thyroid. Okay, now, you may not know this, but if a mother's not taking iodine during pregnancy, the child's mentality will be down, and she will blow her thyroid. She might even go into depression afterwards, and things just don't work right. She's going to have hormonal imbalance. And you may not also know this, but everybody needs iodine every day, so if it's not in your diet, you better try to find it. And you may not know this, but back in 1974, they stopped putting iodine in all foods, and they put bromide in because bromide stops the iodine. So don't tell me that there's not a game on this planet that they're trying to kill us. And they've done such a good job that they've programmed us to kill ourselves and to kill each other. No, that's not true. Yes, it is. It's true. You better believe it. Take a look around, open your eyes up for the first time. And with all these wars and all these suffering and all this disease and all this pain and all this suffering is BS, a dysfunctional belief system, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop somehow, but it's only going to stop when you start learning how to love and care for yourself. Next. Oh, and just by the way, those people that have any type of autoimmune disease, if they call me, we have a 16-ounce bottle of the iodine, and we have a protocol program, which is a nonprofit program, to sell you on the iodine so that we can help you, okay? Ormus Minerals, let's understand something. Whether you're on the advanced water fast or not, emotional and mental balance is really key, and Ormus Minerals are known for that around the world. I have a lady that is well known, a lot of people would know her if I said her name, and she buys 20 to 30 bottles at a time. Why? Because it keeps her together. Okay? It is etheric minerals. It means that it keeps her whole energy together, her brain balance, everything about herself. So this is a product we use, and again, none of these turn on the digestive tract or the Krebs cycle. Next slide, please. All right, super silver. So you're not going to me, well, when's you going to get to the fasting? I'm going to. But the reality is you've got to understand something. There are a lot of people that are very serious about getting well, and with just doing a water fast, they'll never make it. Because understand this, do you know how toxic people are today? You could have done an advanced water fast 50 years ago, 70 years ago, with just water. The food was different, the air was different, okay? And understand something, people weren't so toxic, right? I mean, come on, 96% of the population has an autoimmune disease. 1 out of every 2 people are gonna have cancer. 1 out of 2 people are gonna have a heart disease. Okay, all right, and guess what? 3 out of 4 people, they say, within 5 to 10 years will have diabetes. Isn't that wonderful? So things have really changed here. So to go in and just do a water fast and unleash all these toxins would just kick the crap out of somebody and knock them down on the ground. They never want to do it again. So we know how to do it. So we got to get through this, okay? All right. So what we have here is we have the silver bullet gel, which people use to actually do infusions. Do you understand? To do infusions. Women will do infusions in their vagina. I'll be going into that. And you can, remember, all of this stuff you can do during a fast or without the advanced water fast. But if you do it during the advanced water fast, you've just accentuated, exhilarated your healing. You've just unleashed the power, okay, the God-given power to heal. Now, so the silver bullet solution, you know, people can take the silver bullet solution, which is an antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. You don't have to, but if you're kind of like the person who catches that stuff a lot, or you feel you catch it, whatever, you can take that and it's not going to turn on your digestive tract. You can also spray it in your eyes. You can put it in your ears while you're doing this so your eyes aren't burning. You can do it in your ears if they're ringing, you have ear infection. You can put the gel on the eczema. We go into things in more detail as we move on, okay? All right, let's go. All right, so here we go. I'm going to run through this quickly. So just know this, that you can take a silver bullet solution if you just wanted to do that straight, and you get a nebulizer. Please get a nebulizer. There's not one person that shouldn't have a nebulizer in their house. Go to Amazon, find a good nebulizer, and understand, you start nebulizing and nebulize throughout the day, clean out your lungs, okay? I have seen people that have things that were called cancer in their lungs and nebulize, and I've seen miracles happen, but they're not miracles, okay? Call them what you want, but miracles happen all the time, guys. When we call something a miracle, it never happens. But it happens all the time, so we don't call it miracles here. All right? So you can just take the silver. You can just take the silver liquid and do it, or you can just take the fulvic nano drops, okay, and do it separately as well. And that's the same fulvic nano drops you can put in your eyes that you can nebulize, and you do it straight. You don't add anything. But the best way to do it is 50% silver bullets, 50% fulvic, and then you nebulize that. And listen, somebody goes and nebulizes and they just take a little bit. Is my nebulizer here? Yeah, it is. 1 second. Hopefully it's got battery and also silver in it. Okay, let me see. Okay, it does. So take a look at this. Can you see there it is. Let me just, if you can turn the fan off for a second. I have a fan here because I am in Mexico. Okay, look at this, see? So look at this. You know what that is? Okay? This here is actually Merigen, which I shouldn't be actually probably just doing this because Merigen's a little bit more expensive. But I want you to get the idea. So this is what it would look like if you did the silver or you did the fulvic nano. Okay? And all you're going to do is you're going to breathe this in, and you breathe it in through your sinuses and you take it in through your nose. Or you can take it in through your mouth too if you want to disinfect your throat too. And it's going to go right into your lungs and clean out your lungs. I'm telling you, if you carried this around and you did this throughout the day, every 20 minutes, every half hour, and let's say you did it, okay, and you went like this. Okay, so you know that you got a lot of congestion in there, right? And understand, COPD is just a lot of infection and mucus in your alveoli. That's all it is. Oh, it's SIBO. I got COPD. Oh yeah, no, you've filled yourself up with crap so much that it's filling your lungs. That's what you got. Okay, seriously. Okay, and I'm not trying to pick on you either. Okay, because you're not supposed to know this. So anyways, and then after a while, you'll be going like this. Martha, look at this. My lungs. Seriously? And if you had lung problems, you'd want to do clapping, which we'll talk about, because you'd want to clap your lung area at least 20 minutes every day to shake it loose and spit it out. So if you start doing this, you're going to cough and hack stuff up. So you need to get that. Okay? All right. You know, do you want it in or do you want it out? Do you want the parasite out? Do you want it in? Do you want the mucus out or in? Okay? Do you want the heavy metals in or out? Make up your mind. I don't know what you want. Okay? What do you want? You want the life that was promised. That's what you want. Okay? Let's go. Thank you. All right, so infinite iodine, you're going to do 1 part structured water or distilled water, but structured better. 1 part infinite iodine and 3 parts structured water. I think I said it wrong. 1 part infinite iodine, 3 parts structured water. 1 part infinite iodine, okay? And then not iodide, iodine, and guess what? You wait till you see what you're going to do with your lungs. And understand, all those things that I just showed you, you nebulize in here, you could go like this and keep your eye open. It's going to disinfect your eye. You could go like this and get it to go into the ear, but you're better off to, everything I just showed you, you can pour into the ear. Okay? All right? And if you have an ear problem, I'm going to say it really fast, because everybody does almost. Okay, and most people have a ringing in their ear because there's a little wire that goes from the inner ear up to the brain and it's inflamed. So what you're going to do is this. Oh, I can't do that. You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Tomorrow I'm going to do a 1 a day. Okay? Sometime during the day on how to do your ear, whether you got ear infection, ringing, or you got deafness coming. It's all the same thing. They're just worse problems. You got to understand something. It's all the same thing. You know, inflammation starts off as a pimple and it can grow to a tumor. You think I'm kidding? Come and challenge me. Next. Okay, so again, you, like I told you, you can actually do the Merigen, Algin, or any of these, and you can nebulize these and breathe them into your body. Yeah. Next, go to my website and go watch the videos. Okay, go to store.docofdetox.com. Okay, and go watch the videos that are attached to all these products, and then come and challenge me, okay, or question me, or get yourself a perfect day consult. So from the minute you rise until you close your eyes, you nailed your life. We'll take responsibility for it, okay? Unlimited calling, unlimited support for the rest of your life. Let's take it away. All right, so C60. Okay, a lot of people say, well, if C60 is MCT oil, hemp oil, if I swallow that, that would turn on my digestive tract. Not if you keep it in your mouth till it's a water. And don't do more than a teaspoon. And understand something. C60, everybody, okay? In France, they're trying to actually make it illegal because of what it does to the V, okay? And the other V, okay? And the C thing. Okay, you know the whole thing, it's all wrapped up into one. Well, it is the most powerful product against all of these. It's not me saying it, it's the rest of the world. The other scientists are saying it. Okay, so now if you take a look, it's 250 times stronger in vitamin C. It's the highest vibrating molecule you can pull into your body. It's carbon that has trillions of volts put through it. Everything's electrical. And then we have it in MCT oil and have it in hemp oil. And you want to talk about healing your skin? Huh. Whoa. You want to talk about taking it in and healing your brain, healing your eyes, healing the rest of your body? So if you hold the teaspoon long enough that it's watery, you can swallow it. You will not shut down your digestive tract. Let me tell you something. Nobody gets results like we get, okay? Even if a person doesn't do the 2 weeks of the perfect day diet and they only do the 6 days, nobody gets these results. There's no way in the world that they do, because everything is based on energy. We are electrical magnetic beings, and I've got the highest vibrational products going into people that don't turn on the Krebs cycle or their digestive tract. Next, please. Okay. All right, so this is it. These are the advanced products that we use. Infinite iodine, infinite iodide, that should be on there too. Can you make a note that Nat needs to put that bottle on here, on this slide? Yarick? I want you to make a note that, don't go back please, that make sure Nat puts iodide beside the iodine bottle, okay? And so what we're using, okay, is these are products that we're using, not all of them, but these products here, the iodide, I apologize, this is only for skin conditions, okay? I made a mistake. So the infinite iodine, silver bullet, C60, and essential oil, plus DMSO. Make sure he puts the DMSO jar on this slide for the next round. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so those are the products you use for your skin. You give me skin cancer, a lipoma, eczema, psoriasis, okay, and any other skin condition, and I'm going to show you how to work with these. And understand something. You take the silver bullet gel, you take like just 3 sprays of the infinite iodine, take enough silver bullet gel, like if you're trying to do a skin piece of skin about this big on the body, then you take maybe about a teaspoon of silver bullet gel. You'll take about 3 sprays of iodine. You'll take a few drops of the C60, the hemp oil, or the MCT oil, and you're just going to take what? 3 drops of frankincense, and guess what? And also, can you please have him put there the black diamond powder? And then you'll take a little, no, put it back please to the slide. Don't move the slide. Put the black diamond powder, have him put the black diamond powder jar there and the stick there and the gel, please. The cream and the gel. Now, we're going to take silver bullet gel We're going to take a little bit of DMSO if we really want it to penetrate. And like I said, the silver bullet gel, I already went through all that, but the DMSO wasn't there. My apologies. And you're only going to take a little tad and mix it. And then you're only going to take a little sprinkle of the black diamond powder, and you make this paste. And then what you're going to do is you're going to clap all around the area of concern. And then you're going to clap on the area if it's not too painful and just gets a little bit of redness. And then you're going to make this paste out of this, and you're going to put that on there. And I promise you that we will do a video, won't we, Yar, of everything I've taught you today. We will do a separate training video, and we will get it up for you so that you can go into the advanced water fasting and watch everything separately on your own. Because this is going to, if you want to nail your life and have it back, this is how you're going to do it. So we'll make sure we go back through every slide, and we'll do a little video on every slide so people can actually go into the library and be able to go, I got it right now, okay? Because I'm giving you a lot, okay? Next. Okay, here it is, the Ultimate Coffee Enema. Please go to my do-it-yourself guide. That's where you'll find every one of these do-it-yourself things. They'll be in the, they'll be with the products in our store, but they'll also be in the do-it-yourself guide. There'll be a whole library, and we're going to be shooting those things before we get to the next fast in a month. We're going to shoot these. This is a priority for you to have your life easier. Now, to do the Ultimate Coffee Enema, please think about it, ladies. You'll take it on fast, men won't. Go to the do-it-yourself guide and watch the video. But if you actually go on, you can see that we just recently, not lately, we did one called the Ultimate Coffee Enema. Go put that in YouTube and you'll see it. Now, you could do a coffee enema with just green coffee, water, and a bucket. Or you can do it our way, and I'm not going to tell you why you should do it. You need to go and research it. You can read it in the guide, the Advanced Water Fasting Guide in the library, or go to the do-it-yourself guide in the library, and you can watch how to do it. We did a video. Next. Okay, now this is for people that have what? Well, this is for people that have rectal problems, people that have pelvic problems. We have what's called 250 milligrams of CBD oil bullets. And actually, you get the bullet package like that. You get the syringe, you put it in hot water, and then you fill up each of those bullets, okay? And then what you do is you put a bullet into the rectum, or you can even put a bullet into the vagina. Now, why would you do that? Well, because you only absorb 15% at the most orally. You absorb minimum 60% in your rectum and in your vagina. And it doesn't just heal that pelvic area, but it goes into the rest of the body. There was some research done in France where they did 250 milligrams per day, and they saw that the effect on brain cancer was amazing. And if you want, I'll look that research up, and I will actually stick it on this slide so that I can prove what I'm talking about. Next. All right, so vaginal infusion. If you take a look, we did a video already called Vaginal Infusion. When was that? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? They talked about it? 2 weeks ago. Okay, so I need that link. Send that to Nat and tell him I want the link, and I want the vaginal infusion put into the do-it-yourself guide in the library, and I want the link put on here so they can find it. Okay? So there you're going to find out how to do a vaginal infusion. And ladies, you haven't lived until you've done that, and you really want to live, you'll do it. If you've got any type of pelvic problem, vaginal problem, ovarian problem, fertility problem, bladder problem, okay, cysts, infections, pain in your hips, pain in your lower abdomen. If you've got lower back problems, understand something. Here's your secret weapon, okay, all right? And if you actually go and you get a consultation, they'll go through it with you. It's also in the Perfect Day Guide that you get free, that PDF. It's 360 pages of things like this on how to do things and work with your own body. Next. Okay. These are the products. We've gone through them. These are just the products that we use. Okay? Can we go? Keep going? All right. So let's get to it. I get up in the morning. I'm only going to tell you guys lightly about things. These are the different things that people can do. I'm not going to go through all this, but I get up in the morning. The first thing that I always do when I do an advanced water fast, I tell people do 16 ounces. I do 32 ounces. I do a tablespoon of Himalayan salt, okay, or real salt, Redmond's real salt. Can you make a note that that goes on there, please? Redmond's real salt on this slide. So it'll say Himalayan salt, and then it'll say Redmond's real salt. Make a note. I want them to put it on this slide. What we're going to do is we're going to perfect this slideshow, and then it'll be up there for everyone when they want to do this. I need to nail this thing that it's very simple for people. Okay? Now, so you can use Himalayan salt or real salt, okay, which is called Redmond's real salt, which is, I think, sometimes a lot better because now they're using actually dynamite to blow up the Himalayan mountains, and that's not really cool with me because the salt could be dirty. Now, so I'm going to make it quick. So what you're going to do is put 1 teaspoon in 16 ounces. Drink that because you want to flush. Okay, the salt's really good for you. And just so you know, I'm not crackers. If you get a really good salt, you should be having a teaspoon a day in your diet. Did you get that? But if you eat just regular salt, it'll give you high blood pressure. But if you eat real salt, guess what it'll give you? Equal blood pressure. It'll help your high blood pressure. You start off slowly and work into it. Baking soda, the reason why you might do baking soda, some people will get on the advanced water fast, well, they'll do it even when they're not fasting, have heartburn. Heartburn. So if you get heartburn, that's because there's so much acid in your stomach and there's so much acid in you dumping in. What you do is take a teaspoon of baking soda, Arm & Hammer's good enough, you put it into a warm glass of water, about 10 to 12 ounces, drink it, bam, heartburn gone. Okay, and people, if you have a problem with heartburn or acidity or stress, you want to do a teaspoon of baking soda twice a day for the rest of your life until you calm yourself down, because it actually will help to prevent the acidity that creates everything. Well, we know acidity can even lead into cancer, right? So baking soda could be pretty good, right? All right, so these are all the different things that we're going to do, and I'm not going to go through these because I have pictures for them. They're just slides that you can go through. If you go to the Do-It-Yourself Healing Library, you can find a lot of these things. Okay, next. All right, so belly button therapy. First of all, just let me say this. Nothing puts you into a parasympathetic healing state faster than this. There's no drug, there's no supplement, there's no meditation. You heard what I said. You push the belly button is the button you should push. And guess what? It takes 5 to 7 minutes. If you go to the Do-It-Yourself guide, we'll show you how to do the belly button therapy. And when you finish, you're going to put in 2 drops of frankincense, 1 to 2 drops, and then 1 to 2 drops of cannabis oil. And guess what? That will actually trigger 50 to 70,000 nerve endings to start healing. But understand, your vagus nerve, which is the parasympathetic nerve, which is called the wandering nerve, which is the longest nerve in the body, the main trigger is the belly button. And guess what? Go and do a stretch before you start it, and when you're done, guess what? Stretch again, you'll have a 20 to 25% more stretch in your body. That's because chemicals move at the speed of light, and you just dump dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins. And guess what else? If you do belly button therapy and you bring your temperature up 1 degree, it'll kill any infections. If you bring it up 2 degrees, it can turn around cancer cells. That's not me saying it, that's science. That's science. And that's what belly button therapy can do. And if you do the belly button therapy and you feel it pulling somewhere in your groin or under your liver, then take the belly button therapy and go work that knot. Go work that adhesion. Go work that block. Go work that turd. Get it moving along, because now you didn't put enough water in the river. And just know this, that the main cause of most disease, okay, in this world is dehydration. End of story. People think they drink water. I go and do about 4 to 5 quarts a day of fresh juices and water. Okay, just so you know that. All right, so let's move on. Okay, clapping. I can't get into it, guys, but let me tell you something. Go in and look at my Clapping Yourself to Health guide in my guide. Go there, go look at it, and just start doing it. Buy yourself a clapper. I think it's $25, okay? Here's the clapper. Let me see if I can grab this. Can you give me the belly button? Yep. Thank you. This is Yark, everyone, and he's not a professional yet at the slide thing. But he's getting there, right?
Yeah.
first time for everything. He's doing a great job. Oh my God, I heard the crowd roar. You're in. Okay, so here's the clapper that we put together. We actually produced this, okay? And I clap at least 5 hours to 7 hours a week, okay? Yeah, whatever. But guess what? If you clap and you bruise, then you're rotten to the core. That's right. You've got bowel problems. You've got pelvic problems. If you clap anywhere and you bruise, you're rotten to the core. And that's it. You got root rot. Now you're rotten to the core. And understand something. When you clap, if you bruise, that's the poison coming to the surface. So you better bless it. Clapping is the most amazing thing, and it will be worth tens of thousands of dollars to you. So go and watch my Clapping for Health guide. I show you how to clap your lungs free. I show you how to clap your heart free. I show you how to clap every part of your body. I mean, guys, what do you want? Okay. Oh, wow. I'd have to love myself to do that, Daryl. Okay, well, work on that too then, okay? All right, so you can go and look at the Do-It-Yourself guide, and there's clapping in there, or just go to the Clapping for Health guide in my library on docofdetox.com. Next. All right, dry skin brushing. Amazing. Our dry skin brush is made out of hemp, the wood part, and then cactus fiber, which is the best fiber to use. So you can skin brush any part of your body. When you skin brush, it'll look like a snowfall. Well, it isn't a snowfall, okay? Just understand something. It's the dead skin falling, okay? Do it in front of a window where the light's coming in, it'll look like a snowfall. You wanna skin brush every day lightly, okay? And you wanna skin brush around any part of the body that isn't well. Okay, and then you want to clap that gently, and then after a while you'll really get into the clapping. If you watch my clapping videos, understand something. You have never hardly did anything for yourself. You haven't looked in the mirror and done the Braveheart Oath. Go look at the Braveheart Oath in my Braveheart guide, and do the Braveheart Oath morning and night, and repeat it 10 times, morning and night, and look into your eyes. And tell yourself you're going to respect and protect and heal yourself, and you're going to spend more time with yourself. And then realize love doesn't come from other people. Love comes from within, okay? You need to do the without part. Leave that alone. Get inside yourself. Fill up your heart and keep it full. And you won't have to worry about being hurt by anyone, okay? And then when people are moody and they pull back their love, you're not going to go, oh my God, I can't live without love. Anyway, skin brushing. It's all about loving yourself. Spend time with yourself. Don't run away from yourself. Did you ever notice something? People that are always in pain are always running away from themselves, trying to suppress their emotions because they don't know how to master them, and it's not their fault. It's not their fault. And that's why the world, the majority is never going to change. That's why the elite will always have a chokehold on us, okay? Because they own the media, they own so-called healthcare, they own the government. So understand, govern yourself wisely. Okay, next. Okay, Epsom salt scrub. Listen, you got to go into my book. If you do an Epsom salt scrub, you're going to get magnesium in, but not just that. You're going to revitalize. And when you do an Epsom salt scrub, you can do an Epsom salt scrub, or you can come here to Ixtapa, sit on the beach, and the salt that's in the sand and the iodine, you take the wet sand or the Epsom salts if you want to make it. You take Epsom salts, you wet it down to the consistency of sand. That's it, wet sand. And then you take and you do every joint. Ooh, yeah, get in there with that. Get the magnesium in. Okay, break up that scar tissue. Get that calcium moving. Oh my God, my joints feel so good. Scrub here, scrub your wrist. Scrub every joint. The secrets lie in the joint. Scrub your whole body with this. So you get into the shower, and hopefully you have a structured shower from us so that you never have to use filters again, and you're protected for life. And now you've got this silky water coming that will actually heal your skin. And then you won't have any burning from the chlorine or the fluoride. Here we go. Before you do the shower, you get yourself a white stool, a little white stool from Walmart or wherever, and you sit on there, you scrub your whole body, like I said, everywhere, even your face, your breasts, your chest, everywhere. And then you shower it off. Wait till you see how you feel. More elastic, more alive, more circulation. Keep going. Or what you could do, next, is do the cocoa salt glow, where if I did 10 pounds of Epsom salts, wet it down, okay, to the consistency of sand, wet sand, beach sand, Then what I would do is add 1 pound of coconut oil. Now what I did is if I did, let's say I did a skin brush, okay, or I didn't do a skin brush and I'm in a hurry, but I want beautiful skin. I don't want it to wrinkle. I don't want it to be too dry. I want to nourish it. Then what I do is I take my cocoa salt glue, which is 1 pound to 10 pounds of wet Epsom salts, the consistency of wet sand, mix 1 pound of that in, okay? And then I put my favorite essential oils in there, and then I go in and dry and sit on the stool in the shower, scrub my whole body with it and have a shower, come out and I'm moisturized and I'm ready to go to work. Bam, oh, my skin's beautiful. Next thing, you take the same thing, okay, and you just take Epsom salts and you wet it down the consistency of wet sand, and for every cup you put 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper in. You mix it around and you only scrub this on your scar tissue where you feel like you're numbed out, you feel like where there's tons of scar tissue or calcium buildup, or you've got a scar from your cesarean scar, from the appendix operation, or from an injury, okay? Or guess what? Your love handles, or that that bulge right out in front here. And guess what? You only do certain areas because you don't want to feel hot all over. But if you do a scrub there, you're going to be able to break down some of that cellulite, some of those fat cells, increase the circulation, and you're going to see that it's going to get smaller. It's amazing. Okay, next. And you can read about all this in my book. My book is in Spanish, my book is in English, and it's in the library, and it's called Healthy to 100, and you can buy it online for $15, guys. Okay, and this book is, well, you read it. You've never read a book like this. You haven't met a guy like me, because I'm my authentic self as much as I can be, and nobody will ever meet a person like you when you become your authentic self. So, I don't want to talk about it, but we're going to do light exercises, and here's all the reasons why. Please go back and watch the video, and then stop the video and you can read this. But understand something, if you don't exercise, you don't move your lymph. If you don't move your lymph, you're in big trouble. And I haven't got time to go through that today, but what I'm going to do is we are going to do a video, and this video is probably going to end up about 3 hours, and it's going to be everything you've ever wanted to know how to do this. And then you can take it from me if you're a practitioner, and then you can take it and you can make it yours, okay? Everybody out there, don't ever feel like if you wanted to take my information from my books, from my library, from me, you don't have to quote me, you don't have to thank me, you don't have to credit me. Let's just get together and move this thing and start healing people, all right? Next. Pelvic expander, you can purchase one from these two people. We make no money off of them. If you were to get a pelvic expander, your hip problems, your pelvic problems will start to fade away. I make no money off of this, but I put this together. And then I get these two people to build them. If you say you're calling, it'll cost you about $195, and they will build you one of these, and you can put it on the end of your massage table. If you don't want to do that, you can put your foot on the side of a doorway and then hang the other leg into the doorway, especially if it's going downstairs. But you might have to put a stool under the hanging foot because you're so full of scar tissue and calcium, you feel like you're going to tear out. Now understand something, all these videos are in the do-it-yourself guide, so I'm not going to explain it. I'm just going to tell you that this will open up your whole world. They put you on the toilet, so they keep your legs together. We're supposed to poo and squat, okay? We're supposed to pee and squat, but we don't anymore. And they do in the East, but in the West, we think we got to sit on the throne, right? You do know that Elvis died on the throne with 60 pounds of waste in his large intestine from all the drugs he took, right? So can you go back to the pelvic again, please? So what was I going to say? So take a look, go watch the videos. We show you how to do it, and you can do it in a doorway if you want. You just put 3 chairs together, lay on the chairs, and then or get a bench, and then put your right leg up against your right leg on the right side of the door jamb, and hang the other leg down. That's what we're showing here. Now, what about women? How do they give birth now? Laying down. How did they used to? Squatting. They took the squatting away. Do you know why you can't deliver, ladies? Do you know why you cannot deliver in 20 minutes to a half an hour? Because you're jam up, jelly tight, locked down. You've got scar tissue crystallization, calcification. You've been pooping in your pelvis. You've got frozen hips. Your back is frozen. Your sacrum's frozen. And we can reverse the whole thing. And understand, we have a course that couples come. It's 10 days called, okay, The Perfect Pain-Free Pregnancy, and it teaches you from a year. We go back a year if you want, but if you don't, you can come when you have the baby or before the baby. It doesn't matter when you come, but we take it 1 year before, how the couple should love themselves, each other, how they should feed themselves, each other, how he should work on her or she should work on her, and they should work on each other doing the non-surgical. We teach them how to do that, to go in with our technique and get rid of all the scar tissue in the joints and the muscles so that she's loosey-goosey down there and full of elasticity and flexible and strength, and she's not going to tear out, okay? And she's going to be able to open up her pelvis, and she's not going to be locked down. Let me tell you something. We take it a year before, right through the pregnancy, and then we take it 2 years. The child's now 2 years old. And we have a whole protocol put together. We do the nutrition, we do the exercise, we do the supplementation, we do the detoxification, and we teach the Wolf non-surgical, and we do the emotional. And that's what we do in 10 days. And there's the gift of life. Pelvic activation squats, there's the pelvic hug, pelvic warrior, pelvic stretch. Please go to my do-it-yourself guide and watch Lengthen and Strengthen. Okay, these exercises are more powerful than all the yoga you're going to do, but don't stop yoga. I'm not kidding. If you do my crab stretch and you do my pelvic squats, and if you were to get yourself a pelvic expander and clapper, belly button therapy, and you did this stuff, you'll find out what's going to happen. Let's go to the next one. So that's the crab stretch. I made that up. And this will look after your neck. It'll look after your shoulders. It'll look after your scapula. It'll look after your chest. It'll open up your whole upper body. And if you go to the do-it-yourself guide again, go watch the crab stretch under Lengthen and Strengthen exercises. Next. All right, 4 self-loving steps. First, the lion heart breathing, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. Let me tell you something. If you were to master this, you'd master your life. You know, the deeper you breathe, the more you take in, the more you live. Okay? All right, now if you take a look at the bottom one, loving step number 5 is the Braveheart way. This is where you're going to do mirror work. You're going to look in your eyes, and then you're going to do the Braveheart quote. Okay, go take a look at the Braveheart quote in my manual. Okay, loving step number 4, okay, is the Braveheart way, and that is love bands. We've got love bands, or you can just get a hairband, but this says Braveheart 3, 2, 1. I got this. This is a kiss. This is a hug. Every time I see this, there's a new sheriff in town called I Will Master My Mind and My Life, and nobody will ever tell me what to do again. I will fill up my own heart and I will heal. Go take a look at that in the Braveheart guide in the library. You'll find all these steps. There's 12 of them, but these are the main ones to do. And then loving step number 9 is the couples connection, okay, or the personal connection, where you sit down and you do mirror work for 10 minutes, or you look eye to eye with your partner, because you've never looked in your partner's eyes for more than 30 seconds. You think I'm kidding? Try 10 minutes and find out how much you love her, she loves you, okay? How much he loves you, okay? How much they love you, and how much you can learn how to love yourself. That's the first and foremost thing. Next. Okay, Tesla glasses, we talked about them already. Okay, I don't wear these anywhere. These are my sunglasses. I wear them when I'm driving. I wear them when I'm home. I wear them on my phone, when I'm on my computer. I don't have eye burn. You know that I used to wear prescription glasses. You know that I have perfect vision now. You heard me, and I'll be 65 in about 6 weeks. All right, so then I can get my pension check and get a rocker, sit on the chair. Maybe I can go fishing sometime. No, I'm kidding. All right, so if you want to check out the Tesla glasses, go ahead. I already told you that I will be playing the 5G blue light toxicity video on Sunday at noon. Go ahead. So you're going, this isn't water fasting. Well, let me tell you, we go all the way, and I'm going to go through the water fasting part's really easy, and I'm going to go through that in a second. So these are energy medicine tools. If you have them, make sure you use them at least 3 times a day on your fast. I don't want to be like a sales pitch. Here we go. Next. Okay, those people that understand vitamin D, you can take a look at my library, and if you live up north, okay, just know this, that you'll want to get yourself a vitamin D light, and you might want to get yourself crystal panels, because in 4 minutes you can saturate the whole body in true vitamin D, and this is the best way to do it, okay? It's all about energy, and I'm not telling you you're going to do this when you're on your fast or you need to buy this. But if you've got skin conditions or you've got any type of autoimmune disease, you are low in vitamin D. And understand, if you were going to take vitamin D, and this is nothing to do with the fast, if you're an adult, look at 15,000 IUs a day with a vitamin K. And if you're coming down and you're going through heavy stress or you flu or cold or some kind of sickness, look at 50,000 IUs. 50,000 IUs twice a day with a vitamin D and tell me how you're doing in a few days, because vitamin D is an immune modulator, hormone regulator. Next. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go through my fast and I'm going to go and drink the water like I said, 16 ounces with a teaspoon of Himalayan salt or real salt in the morning. You could just drink water all day if you wanted, okay? Or you can add these products I talked about, and you don't have to. So you're basically going to do that for 6 days. Now, when you're doing this, guys, just make sure that you're taking 5 minutes out of every hour or every 2 hours, putting your head down or connecting to the lion heart breath or closing your eyes and visualizing how beautiful you are and how beautiful life is and the beautiful healing you're going through. So understand, it's basically the water the whole way through and the things I said that you could add if you wanted. But understand something, you want to embrace the coffee enema, oh my God. And if you could have embraced the 2 weeks of the perfect day diet, you'd rock this thing. But if not, do it anyway. It's still the easiest, most powerful fast you'll ever do. Now, so if I did 6 days of fasting, I would do 3 days of coming out of it. If I did 8 days of water fast, I'd do 4 days of coming out of it. So let's say I did 6 days of the water fast. When I come out of it, I'm going to get up the next morning, okay? I'm still going to do my salt water flush, okay? So that would be the teaspoon and the 16 ounces of warm water. You can do your belly button therapy, your clapping, whatever, your meditation, your yoga, your praying, do whatever you want. It's your fast. You can't mess it up. Just get started. Do 1 day, do half a day, or go ahead and do 20 days if you think you can. But you can call me at extension 5 or call the 800 number, 855-900-4544, no extension, maybe extension 2 or 3, yes. And then talk to people if you're having trouble with your fast. We're here to help you. Here's the deal. I get up in the morning, I do my water, I do my other rituals, okay? Then I start what? You can start off with organic veggie broth or organic bone broth, depending where your beliefs are. I'm an organic veggie broth guy, okay? So you're gonna warm it up, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna sip it up. You're gonna sip it till halfway through the day, and then if you want, you can start drinking, but you're not gonna guzzle it. You're gonna say, hello, digestive tract, I love you. You're not just gonna go in there and boom, and even if you did drink it and guzzle it, you're not going to hurt yourself. But why not love yourself? Be so gentle. This is the most important relationship of your life is with yourself. So organic veggie broth, you can do the organic bone broth, or you could flip back and forth to make it more, because the bone broth does taste different, as long as it's organic, and you can drink as much as you want, but do not feel that your stomach is full. Honey, are you full yet? Don't do that. Okay, now when it gets to around lunchtime and you've done the warm broths, you can kick in the organic celery juice, and I want you to do 16 ounces of celery juice a day if you have a juicer, or you can make it. And if you can't, I'm not telling you have to do it. The broth will be good enough. But if you can get your hands on organic celery juice, okay, you can do that. Guys, that's all you got to do. You got to do that for 3 days, okay? And keep doing it. And guess what? Did you ever notice that when you eat something, oh my God, I could eat so much. And if you just waited for a minute, you got distracted, you felt, oh, I'm full. Geez, I don't want that. I don't want more food. So just go slow enough that you allow your body to actually register what you're putting in. Next. Okay, crack the coconut. Here it is. Let me tell you something. If you live in an area that you can get fresh coconuts, then you can break your fast and you can go through the whole fast doing coconut juice as well. I promise you, it is the cat's meow. And so here, we're breaking our fast with veggie broth, and we're also using coconut water or coconut juice, okay? And some people are doing bone broth, veggie broth, and coconut juice here. So understand that. You can do that with both. So now we've done 3 days because we did 6 days of the fast. We're going to do 3 days of coming out. Okay, so now, after we come out, keep going, please. All right. Oh, that's just a little thing about our juice bar. If you come here, you're just going to find the most amazing foods. We're actually going to be having black bean soup there. We actually have the most healthiest coffee in the world with C60 in it, because people are going and getting coffees while they're here, because a lot of people are addicted to coffee. And we're going to make the healthiest coffee. We bet the best machine we could buy. And we got the best, healthiest beans we can get. And we're going to be putting black gold, C60 in, and coconut cream. That'll be our main coffee for people. I know I'm off track a little bit, but the reality is I don't want people drinking that other stuff that they do. And all the water's going to be structured. Everything that's in it's going to go structured. Okay? And our juice bar is open from 7 in the morning until 5, 7 days a week, because people live off our juice bar here. You know, most people are doing a juice fast the whole time we're here. We've got people that are here for 1 week, and some people are here for 6 months. Because understand something, when you understand this, if you've got a chronic illness, don't you dare think you're getting rid of it. You might suppress it, but if you're not going to love yourself and go away to paradise and wherever you got the disease, you need to leave to get rid of it. And then create a new reality from changing your personality. That's right. And you can't do that when you're around the people that helped you create the disease and they didn't even know it. Next slide. Okay, so there's my library. Go dive in. Okay, I guarantee you that this is the most powerful self-love, self-care library in the world. Next. All right, you go to my library again. You'll pick my recipe book. You'll see all kinds of salads, blender drinks, and different soups that you can make. Okay, and this will help you when you come out of your if you're in the perfect day 2 weeks before, or when you come out of your fast and you go back to a normal lifestyle, you should be coming back to the perfect day lifestyle. If you're going to go back to the lifestyle of your mother, brother, sister, uncle, and your neighbors, you're going to be in big trouble. And understand something, I don't have to ever cleanse anymore. I am the cleanse. I am a lifestyle, because I've got the perfect day. I do the perfect day, so think about getting a perfect day consult, because I already told you, you get the manual free, a PDF. If you want to purchase it, you purchase the manual for cost, for our printing. You'll get lifetime support. We'll send you the audio from the 1-hour consult, okay? And we're going to offer you a money-back guarantee on the consult. Why would you want your money back? $150, and you've got a guide and a coach? That's what we all need. Next. All right, just know that my website is in Spanish. Next. And Whole Life Coach course, think about it. Whether you're a practitioner for 30, 40 years, or you just want to get into business, or you're somebody who cares and you want to heal yourself on an emotional and physical level, my course is the most powerful emotional, nutritional, detox course, and I believe in the world. Next. All right. Our non-surgical, again, you're not going to believe this, but we do have the most powerful body work. Find me another course that offers a money-back guarantee, and when you come to get treated and you go for a treatment, that we actually say that we'll do more in that one treatment. I don't care how many treatments you've had from anywhere else and what they were. We will outshoot that in the first treatment, or we'll give you your money back. Okay? And our non-surgical, the two courses together are called New World Practitioner. And it's a 22-day course. So tell Nat to change that, please, to 22, not 23. And the reality is here is that when you take both courses, it's called a New World Practitioner. But when you take, whether it's the Whole Life Coach or the Wolf Non-Surgical, the second or third time, it's 30% off. Now, why do people do that? Because they become master practitioners, because they want to become a master trainer and train for us around the world. We are opening up pilots all over the world. And understand something. Just think, if you actually were taught the most powerful body work and the most powerful emotional and nutritional course, how well would you do? How well would you feel? How much money would you make? And how many people would you help? And what if that person who taught you that said, I will teach you forever and a day, it will never end, and we have an advanced training that happens 2 to 3 times a week, and we're going to build you your website at cost. We're going to do your videos and promos at cost. This is what we're doing. We are the World Healing and Training Center, and we are the first of our kind. Next. All right. So these are the courses. I went through them before. These are the courses in Ixtapa in May, and then in June they finish in July. Next. And then we have courses in Dallas, okay, just outside of Dallas in McKinney. And we'll be doing all 3 courses, the Whole Life Coach, Wolf Non-Surgical, and the Pain-Free Pelvis. You can go back to take a look at that, but you can join us at nwp@docofdetox.com tomorrow night at 7 o'clock with all your questions, all your challenges. Next. Oh, and you can, the same thing's going to happen in Toronto, everyone. And I just told you, it could be in Richmond. It could be Richmond. Okay, we were looking at Barrie, but it could be Richmond. And we could have but guess what, a 10-bedroom house. So the people that are coming from all over Canada, we could have 10 bedrooms, so at least 10 people can stay. 10 other people will stay in Airbnbs and hotels around the area, and we'll be wham bam, thank you ma'am, and we're gonna do that course. Next. All right, so just know this, you can come to us or we'll come to you. We do 6 personal treatment and trainings for couples, for families, okay? We do it also for athletes. We also do it for trainers, and we teach them everything. We teach them our body work. We teach them all our techniques. You can go into the personal treatment and training guide and look at that for yourself. Next. All right. So that's it, everyone. New World Practitioner. We will be doing courses. These are the first 2 that'll be happening when we get back after the summer. All right. Next. All right. Like I said, join me tomorrow night if you want. If you want to come on Zoom live, just go to nwp@docofdetox.com. You'll get the email today. Yar, can you make sure that you go in there and get everybody's email, and we will send them a notice, okay, of the Zoom link. We're going to give them the Zoom link and what time. And then everybody, why we're going to do this every Thursday is because if you decide, I'm going to tell you what it's going to cost. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. And as soon as you pay to come in, you put your deposit down, we send you into your portal, and you start doing your homework and research right now before you come to us. And then guess what? Anybody that joins a course, they get to come on my master trainings for free. Our master trainings are $1,500 a year, and we let you come on for free right up until the course time so that you can find out who we are and that we're real in what we say and do. Next. All right, so take back your power. My book's $15, or you can go online, download the PDF. Next. Just remember something, everyone. It's always been total self-love. And whether you want to believe this or not, okay, the others, you know who I'm talking about? They fear love. But guess what? Do you know what totally erases them from your life? Self-love. Self-love. Because when you mind your own business, and no longer are they your business, no longer can they create fear. You know what? They just yak off, don't they? They just yak off all the time. They just spew BS everywhere. We're coming for you. We're going to steal your kids. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to knock your door down. Yeah, whatever. Okay? They're after the low-hanging, rotten fruit. So you bring your vibration up. Heal yourself. Find your brave heart. Okay? Go check my 12 loving steps out. Okay? Do the brave heart way. Do the 4 steps first, knock those out of the park, and then do the 12 loving steps and tell me you're the same person. All right? Next. Okay, and here's the deal. Here's the most powerful course you're ever going to see. Online, and it's almost $1,000. I'll give it to you free to prove that we are who we are. A to Z Wellness Masterclass. Go to docofdetox.com and then click on Masterclass. Click on Masterclass on my website. Put in, okay, the word put in the word Wolf Non-Surgical, and that almost $1,000 course is free. Go through that and then tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to body work, when it comes to every disease in the human body. I show you the whole domino effect. Next. Okay, Braveheart Online Emotional, there's not a course like this. This will take you 33 days if you work at it 2 to 3 hours a day. Okay, there's questionnaires with it. Go to the same thing, go to Doc of Detox, type in, go to docofdetox.com, click on Masterclass. Can you tell Nat to make sure he puts that in next time? That you've got to go to docofdetox.com, then click on Masterclass, and then put in the code Braveheart Free, and now you've got another almost $1,000 course for free. So understand something, okay? All right? Just know who's on your side. We've got you, and we really do. And I'll tell you why. Because I'll tell you something, if I don't know how to love myself unconditionally, I can't do it for you. Okay? And understand this, you find your passion, you find your purpose, And then you find that, and when you find that, that will be your gift that you're going to give the world. And then you start serving the world that gift, and now you've got the life you've been looking for. Next. So massive personal action equals self-healing. Next. The only permanent health care is self-care. The only permanent love is self-love. To rise to your full potential, first love yourself. And I'll tell you, that'll be the hardest thing that you will ever do in your life. I've got people that are so good at what they do. They're the greatest trainers. And guess what? Some of the greatest trainers have never pulled that off. But they train well. But understand something. You can't give what you're not. You think about that. So welcome for joining me on the Doc of Detox World Healing and Training for the 6-day Advanced Water Fast. Next. And here it is, everyone. Here's the oath. Take a picture of this or go to Braveheart guide in my library, okay? And you can run this off. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust, honor, respect, protect, and forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I'm healed. I'm Braveheart. So watch me roar, and I'll do so much more. I'll hold the line for myself, and I'll hold the line for all my brothers and sisters. And don't you ever forget this one last thing. When it's all said and done, okay, when it's all said and done, remember something. We all came from the same creator, okay? So create something beautiful today. No more judgment. Observe, okay? And then decide what you want to become. Have a beautiful day, and God bless everybody. Okay, tell them I'm coming if they're ready. You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and we're just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek, and understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together.
I found Dr. Wolf and I went, wow, here's a truth speaker. And he spoke to my soul and he spoke truth.
So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners, or even so-called whole life coaches, that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart and we're going to become the spark that you seek.
And actually what I really love about Dr. Wolf's teachings is that unconditional love is literally it. And then you're like, how can it be that easy? That's just silly. So, but it's really not.
Come play, come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in because
How I found my brave heart was through Daryl. He really teaches you to go within and go in through your heart and not your mind, because your heart's a lot more connected to so much more than your mind. Your mind is just so conditioned and your heart is just so open and beautiful.
you're the answer that you've been looking for. Let me teach you how to fly. What does that mean? First, love yourself, Braveheart. Let's take life in and win.
I had just lost my husband a couple of years ago. With his passing, he gave me the greatest gift to love myself. But Dr. Wolf gave me the greatest gift in understanding that.
I had a dream 3 years ago that I would live in Mexico and I would have this training center, this teaching center, this treatment center that would touch the world. Your dreams are never too big. And when they start to create a little bit of anxiety, turn them into excitement. And get excited because this is your life.
He's the first doctor that I have encountered that has truly given me the truth, and not just half truths, but the full truth. So it's been revolutionary for me in my healing process.
And this, my friend, when you take on the dream of all dreams and you realize that if you stay connected to your breath, that you can have it all. Do not let anybody take your breath away. Do not let anybody steal your dream, okay? Listen, God gave you imagination. This is your sandbox of life. Take your life back. Right now, we are teaching courses to people that have come from all over the world, and the government is saying you can't travel, you can't breathe, you can't have this, you can't come together. Yes, we will. And we will do it with unconditional love for each other. And we will learn to grow. We will not judge each other. We'll observe and see where we can support each other. But at the same time, we will hold the Braveheart line, because this is the only way that we can grow. So find your roar, because you're so much more. And learn this. You are the unconditional love that you've been looking for. You are the dream maker. I can't wait to see you. We want to become that small piece of the puzzle that brings your dream together. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. What do you think it would take to turn your life around? I can tell you right now, I learned that a long time ago, what the key was. And anybody that has been able to perfect the perfect day on an emotional, physical, and spirit level knows this. The answer is massive, personal action. That's what it's going to take for you to turn your life around. And to turn your life around, you're going to have to go within if you want to change without. And that's the bottom line. And you know, people think that they can do it like with a consultation, or maybe they can do it with a telephone call or a Band-Aid or a 911 emergency, a treatment. But understand, that's not the way it is. The day that you realize that when you master your mind is the only time you're going to master your body. Forget your life. That's always going to be just random luck until you know that you must become the master of your day. From the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes, you must be the only authority for you. And if you think that getting an hour consultation is going to do it, it's not. If you think that going for therapy is going to do it, it's not. You have to submerge yourself into what we would call the personal treatment and training. And you need to do that from anywhere from 6 days to 10 days, or you need to come for my whole life coach certification, because if you don't go in deep, you'll never make changes. They say it takes 10,000 times for you to repeat something before it becomes a prominent, dominant thought. And if you understood that 70 to 90% of all your thoughts are not yours, and they say that 70% of your thoughts are toxic, tell me they're not. Take a look at the majority of the population. 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease, which means the body is attacking itself. Before that, though, the person was attacking themselves on a subconscious, unconscious level. And that, my friend, is the bottom line, and why you must take a personal treatment and training and go deep and understand how to run your life. What that means is learning how to think, how to drink, how to eat, and knowing when somebody is mistreating you, when someone is disrespecting you, because until you honor and respect yourself, no one else is going to do it. So understand, this is your life. If you want to live your passion and purpose, then you must become the master of your mind to become the master of your body so that you can become the light for your family. So please, consider this. You've got the time and you've got the money, because you're going to change the rest of your life for the rest of your life, and that's my guarantee to you.